One old story, determination, and a whole lot of digging led three men of Gordonsville, Tennessee to the discovery of a lifetime.
When I was probably 7 or 8 years old, my great grandfather would tell me stories about the maneuvers coming through Middle Tennessee. And then it came to this story of the airplane. And it was doing its maneuver and went straight into the ground and exploded, and that's pretty much the story.
And that was the story, until one day when David got to talking with his neighbor.
Charles and I were working on a fence one day, and Charles comes up and he says, "Hey, do you know the story of the plane?" And I said, "Yes, I do." Keith and Charles went out with a metal detector, started digging. About 3 days later, they say, "Hey, we found it."
I believe this is part of one of the pistons in the engine. There's one of the buckles. That would have been, and you can see it's been severely burnt. There's the other matching buckle. This is a part of the harness that I believe is back here, kind of like in your car. Yeah. You know, you have the piece that's kind of shaped like a triangle and your belt came through it. On this particular night, I was down in that hole about 3.5 feet deep, and I saw this base piece. I saw it from about right here to right here. I saw that gray paint and I saw that rounded area. And I thought, that's big, you know, and most of it, because it was in such small chunks, I could free it with my digging tools, and a lot of times it'd pop out. Well, this one, I kept digging around that cylindrical part there, and nothing was popping out. And then I dug down a little bit further where the earth was softer, and I saw that the base piece, and then that's when I knew it was one of the props. And as I continued to dig upward, I kept sticking my hand back in there. I felt the edge, and I kept going up, and finally got to the very tip, and I was like, oh my gosh. There's hundreds of more little chunks.
He's sitting up there watching right now saying, "I told you so." So there you go.